It's a good question. It's happened a lot. Let me get Ryan in here as well. Who on this defense has All-American potential? Matt DeBerry, very quickly, we'll start with you. This Georgia
I think
defense.
the easy question for me or answer for me is Javon Bullard, who was the
Oh,
MVP, defensive MVP of the Peach Bowl and against TCU in the national championship game. Played better and better as the season went along. Kirby Smart loves this kid, always has. Former 3-star, playing like a 5-star. A lot of big names, and I know Ryan's got a lot of players in mind, but I think Javon Bullard, for me, had a breakout season at the very end last year, and I think he is on his way to maybe a first-team All-American type of season.
Yeah, I think on that side of the, I was thinking Javon Bullard when we were talking about that yesterday. So
you did
I think
not think of him.
both. No, he wasn't even one of the guys I was thinking of. I
Yeah.
think both linebackers can have a season like that. I think that I think Nazir Stackhouse is someone that could have a breakout year. I think he's gonna be on the field even more this time around. So I think there's guys all over.
Well, very specifically for me, it's the linebackers. I mean, um, the, I'm trying to think of the best duo of linebackers Georgia's had because when Roquan was there, I cannot remember exactly who was the other middle guy with Roquan.
Well, you had Monty Rice a year or two
I love
behind him.
I love Monty
Um,
Rice.
Tay
Uh,
Crowder
Tay
was
Crowder was
excellent.
really good.
Yeah.
He was really good for them. I think, but this duo doesn't come off the field a lot, y'all. Doesn't seem like. Am I wrong?
Two leading tacklers from
Yeah,
last
they
year, I
are.
believe.
Yeah,
5-star Small Munden. He was a 5-star for a reason. He's got first-round NFL potential if he keeps on developing over the next 12 months. And then Jamon Dumas Johnson, we saw him play a lot as a freshman. He
right.
keeps playing better and better, kind of the leader of that defense. Listen, if you're playing in the middle of Georgia's defense under Glenn Schumann, whether you're Roquan, Nakobe Dean, all these guys that we could name, he's next in line to have a butt kiss type of season. So if you play
Mhm.
linebacker at Georgia, especially in the middle, you're going to be developed and you're going to be one of the best linebackers in the country.
Before Matt, before we move on, I don't know if you saw Jamon Dumas Johnson's in person. I don't think you did.
I did not watch him play. Well, he missed his entire senior season due to
Because
COVID
of
up in
COVID. Okay.
Maryland.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Same with a few of those guys, but he's the real deal as we've seen the last couple of years, Ryan.
Yeah, no, I think he is. I think that Smile Mondon somehow goes over the radar on in a national kind of scape, but Malachi Starks is another guy I
Oh
think
my
will
God.
elevate. Yeah,
I don't
we
know
keep
how we've
saying
not
more and more
talked.
guys.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is a guy who is probably a future top 15 pick in the NFL draft. Like that's what Malachi Starks is. And he's a super athlete. He's going to be asked to do a lot more this year. Christopher Smith is not there. So, as far as the safeties go, he's going to be the most talented guy that's played a lot back there. So, I think that him and Michael Williams are kind of the two
Yes.
sophomores that
Yeah.
I don't think Bear Alexander will have as great of a season as those guys. He's kind of that third sophomore for me. But I think that Michael Williams and Malachi Starks will take another step forward as well. And Malachi Starks, his freshman year, he was the third leading tackler behind
The
Pop
two
and Smile.
linebackers. Yeah, I cannot
He
believe.
may have been first in overall snaps too. I read something about that. Malachi Starks did not leave the field. And I'm a big Kamari Lassiter guy. I'm trying to think of how many times he got beat. Marvin Harrison kind of took him to school a little bit, but outside of that, he's a strong physical cornerback who is not as fast maybe as Keely Ringo, Eric Stokes, Tyson Campbell, but he's fast enough and he's physical and he's going to have a really big year next year as well.
I'll just tell a couple things. First of all, Matt just cut me off, so everybody in the peanut gallery down below can notice that. Number two, I cannot. You really threw me off, Matt, with the Bullard comment. Not that he can't do it, because the way he performed in that national championship game and the Tennessee game too. But it's Starks. I mean, I can't believe I forgot. I literally forgot about Starks like yesterday, Ryan. I forgot about Warren Brinson.
Oh, the
Um,
Warrants.
all the family of
Yeah.
Warrens. Hey, listen, in the bag of destiny today from Red Zone, our friends on Clayton, I have this shirt. If you like it, it's cold when we're recording this. You can pick this up. The link is down below. While you're down there, make sure that you're signing up for the newsletter, because we can't, there's breaking news and so forth that pops up. We had all of our coverage from the NFL Pro Day yesterday was 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 on the newsletter, was in the newsletter. So you're going to miss out on some stuff. Starks is their best overall player. Reaction?
He's up there. I don't know about best overall, but he's certainly one of
Okay.
the better pure athletes on
Give
the team
me
for sure.
give me your number one player on the D. We'll just do
The
defense
defense.
because Bowers is. I was really
Yeah.
referring to defense.
Um, as much as I love Javon Bullard, I'd still maybe put Smile, Javon Bullard, and then Malachi Starks in that
Oh, you're
top
gonna
three.
put Bullard. You got Bullard in front of
Love,
Starks.
love it. He just makes plays consistently, whether he's hitting an Ohio State defender trying to catch a big touchdown or just picking off passes
That's
left and
true.
right in the biggest games. And he played better and better as the season went along. And he's putting on more muscle. He's got those instincts, and he's perfect for that role that they have in the defense. So if you try to throw anywhere near him, he's going to make a play on the football. So I just think I think he's a star. No, that's where he plays, but he's a star in, just in football terms as well. He's a guy who's kind of gone under the radar a little bit, like Ryan said about a few others. But the casual college football fan doesn't know about Javon Bullard unless they watch that whole entire Tennessee, Ohio State, TCU game. But
Exactly. That's what I was.
yeah.
That's what I was going to
So
say. Go ahead.
he could be a big time name in an All-American next year, but he's still a guy who I don't think a lot of fans really know about just yet.
You would go Pop at one or Smile at one.
Smile, love
you
Smile.
For just straight up best.
Yeah, I'm asking Matt. I want to clarify with Matt because he's making a really really good case for Javon Bullard first of all right now because when Bullard made plays against Tennessee, then Ohio State, and then really for sure against TCU. Those three moments were really big moments. I mean, he ended the Tennessee game, and he, for all intents and purposes, ended the TCU game. So, are you saying Smile, Bullard, Starks?
I would say let's go Bullard, Smile, Starks. Just love his playmaking ability.
All right, Ryan?
So you think Bullard's the best player on that defense?
He proved it the last two games for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to argue against this necessarily. I mean, he's got a point.
And I don't want to all agree here. So I know there's a case to be made for a few other guys.
But you can't really put Ryan. You can't really say, "Oh, Williams is a better player than Starr." I mean, Williams is a really good player, but we've only seen so much of Williams. Bullard and Starks, we saw a ton. Go ahead.
I think this season it'll be Starks. Like I think that for 2023, I think it'll be Starks and then Smile and then Bullard.
So why are y'all not
the same top three? I just have a different order.
Well, why is Pop not in your top three? Out of curiosity.
Smile's a freak, man. That is a freaky football player.
Okay, but why is that? Okay, but that's one of the three. Why?
Just eye test to me throughout the year, it felt to me like Smile made more of an impact. That's just the way it
Okay, but you can have three linebackers in your top three. I want to hear your explanation and then Matt.
Top's four.
Okay. All right, Matt.
I just don't think it was as impactful as maybe the other three were. Solid player, reliable, dependable, does his job. Maybe didn't make as many plays. He could next year, but I think those three guys are probably going to be leading the defense.
Ryan, I feel like you were saying something else. Go ahead.
Well, don't get me wrong about Pop. Like he's the one who had the sack heading into the missed field goal against Ohio State. Like he certainly made a lot of plays. It's just when you were watching the game, it just felt like, and I might be wrong, and like there might be some PFF stat or something out there that proves me wrong, but it felt like Smile Mondon was out there. It just felt like he was in the quarterback's face more. It felt like he was at the ball more. I know how many they were within a few tackles of each other.
It was tight. Yeah.
So I mean,
but you going PFF, you're really trying to trigger.
Less.
You're trying to trigger Kirby hard right now at that PFF.
Yeah.
Well, we should ask Kirby. Yeah, who are the top three guys in order?
According
who are the
to
best
PFF,
three guys on your defense?
We just have so many guys.
Guys.
You guys. These guys.
Yeah.
No defensive linemen in this group. I mean, I would not put the defensive linemen in the top three in our limited time left here. So Williams, Brinson, Nazir, they're not in the top three, right? Y'all are firm with this top three.
I feel
I'd,
pretty good
I would
about
say
it.
so. Yeah.
I would say moving forward, Starks is my one. And I would say a linebacker at two, and then I don't know if Bullard, man. I mean, like, cause he made a bunch of plays at the end of the season, but a lot of the season he didn't make plays. Or well, that's the wrong way to put it. He didn't pop as much as you maybe would have liked or thought or
Like
whatever.
Malachi did. Yeah.
Well, that's why he was
Malachi,
my 3. That's why I had him at 3.
yeah, Malachi from the first game, Malachi was their best defensive back for what he was asked to do, I think. But they were asking Keeley to do a lot of stuff that other guys, someone's going to have to absorb what Keeley dealt with last year. I think that's going to be challenging for Lassiter or Everett. I mean, I don't know who the other guy's going to be. But these guys are there. They are loaded up. Am I wrong?
It should be the best defense in college football for the third straight year. I mean, I don't think they're going to take much of a step back without Jalen Carter, without Keely Ringo, without Chris Smith. This defense is going to be just fine.
All right. Thanks for watching. Make sure you're signing up for the newsletter. It's down below.